Okay then, gents, here we are again for part 2 of Targa Florio. Part 1 was the start line to this little town, Cerda, and this part 2 is Cerda to, let me just check the name of this place, Caltavuturo, which is the highest part on the circuit, I believe. Now, the first part was only about 7 or 8 kilometres. This second part is about 20 kilometres. So I reckon it's going to take us sort of 12 to 15 minutes, depending how often I stop and try and show you things. So let's get underway and see what this next stage has in store for us. Wind our way through the ghost town streets. Eventually they'll add some spectators, hopefully, give us a bit more atmosphere. Now, how would I describe this next bit? Well, once we leave here, we're out in the countryside. And we'll pretty much be in the countryside for the whole of this section. And the first bit, as you can see, is we're climbing and climbing again. So in stage 1 we climbed from the start finish up to where we just started there, and now we're climbing again. And eventually we will get to a kind of plateau bit. Now there's a little fork in the road here. You'll see that the road on the right is blocked off, so you can't go along there anyway. So it's taking you round this way, and we're still climbing. We will eventually reach a kind of flat bit. Whoa, and then you dip down a little, and the last part of this section is a big climb, and you'll see what I mean when we get there. Now maybe just try and show you some kind of panoramic views we're getting here. So there's a nice villa down there. It's got some lovely textures on it. You see the mountain behind, and you can see the valley below. There's Cerda, the town where we've just come out of, and you can see the sea in the distance there as well. Now this road's very much characterised by these kinds of bends, alternating left-rights. Whoa! Pretend that didn't happen. Now there's a little town up here, lots of buildings. I don't know if it's actually got a name. And look at this vista here in front of us. Look at that. So that's kind of the road away down there, which we would have come up to Cerda from the start finish. There's more villas up there. Hard to get up to speed on this section because it's just bend after bend after bend, and I haven't driven it enough to remember which bend is exactly tight or not. Now sure, I've seen this corner in some footage on YouTube. I recognise these trees. Oh my god. Very close. I dare say we'll be having an excursion at one point. I'd be amazed if I make it round here without leaving the track at some point. Obviously I'll try not to. At least there's some arco barrier here. have tried to put on skid marks on the road where necessary, just to give you a little clue that the brakes might not be a bad idea. Oh, out of shape. Look at this lovely little shady bit here. So this is the flat section I was referring to. There's the odd little hillock, shall we say. Odd little gradient change, but it's mostly flat. Oh my god. Oh, we were so near over there. But look at that nice view of the mountains up ahead there. Now this mountain more or less dead ahead of us is where we're heading. That's where we're going to end up at the end of this stage. Well, that's a nice elevation change there. Kind of felt my stomach going a bit there in VR. All tarmac roads here when they started it in the early days, these were just dirt tracks. Oh, just. I wanted to take a kind of period car around here because I do prefer driving the older cars in my driving sims, but this would be a lot of fun in a modern Porsche or something like that. I'll maybe do another video of that. Oh god, I'm spending too much time looking at the scenery and not not at the road in front of me. Come on, get with the program. Yeah, so that is where we're heading. That one up there, I believe. I'm just going to give my, there we go. I can see clearly again. There's a little bunch of buildings down there, little farmhouses or something. Now, you see the vegetation starts to change here. You start to get more trees and woods and bushes and whatever, so we're starting to head downhill into like a little valley. There's a few wee bridges that we cross. I'd imagine there'll be streams down there. Yeah, it's got a totally different feel, this section down here. Look at this hairpin bend here. They've done a great job of making you feel like you're transitioning from one area to another. There's another bridge. A few wee cars at the side of the road. So we have come down into that valley now, and now we start climbing again. I'll tell you what this section reminds me of is Isle of Man TT, which I've been to twice with my, at the time, girlfriend, my now wife, on the back of my VFR 750. So I've taken that bike round the TT course a number of times, and this section here reminds me of the climb up to the mountain at the TT. Very evocative of that. Basically just switchback after switchback, and I don't know how well you can see it in VR, but I don't know what the gradient is here, but it's pretty steep. Mercedes Benz all the way. Great fun. This is a fantastic section. I love it. Oh, little hillock in the road surface there. Then it threw the car off. Let's see if I can find a panoramic view for you up here. That's not very good one. Let's try going higher. So that's where we're heading, up there. So this road just keeps climbing and climbing and climbing. Look at this. Bend after bend. Just when you come round one corner thinking, well, that must be as high as we're going. Nope, there's even more. As you probably guessed already, what goes up must come down, and that will be in part 3 of my Targa Florio videos. This one's going to end basically at the highest point of the circuit, which we're not too far away from now. Thank God there's a load of Armco barrier here. And still we're climbing. That's not a bad little view out there, is it? Get the mountains away back there. We're still going up though. Okay, and now we go across this bridge and just a little bit further up the road. We're kind of at the top now anyway. There's the top of that mountain just up there, and this is a very famous bit. You'll see it in Targa Florio footage. It's like a little chicane, and as we just come round the corner here, there's a Targa Florio banner. And the end of our stage is down here with these straw bales. So that is part 2. And as you can see, just beyond these bales, the road starts to go down. So at the start of my next video, part 3, it'll be all downhill. A fantastic section into the next town. So join me for that soon in a few days. Hope you enjoyed that, guys. Catch you later.